right, Coach. First opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Try the ground game here with the running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Winston being chased out left, and his first look is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The 2nd down throw for Winston. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Crash down, crash. Let's go now. Screen, trouble C. Ready, flag 22. Screen, trouble C. Done.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, move ready. Hey, stop. Where's that?
To the air again with Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Easy. Where's that?
From the red zone now, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready? Black, 22. Let's go, let's convert. Follow. Hey, sub. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Riley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Riley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Follow. Sonny. Hey, sub.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down. Riley finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Riley. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback. Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Jameis to throw it. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball. Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League. That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it. First down, this is Rolls. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. First down, Winston. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Looking to throw on second down. Riley. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Riley. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down. Jameis now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
on 50. 5 on 50. 5 low, 5 low, 5 low. 10, 10, 10.
Throwing, Winston. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On second down, Winston again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now Winston. Over the middle, he finds Gywu complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Jameis now on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Winston now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Move ready. Follow.
Now they try the right side here. They had a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go. It's time to play.
Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone.
To throw on 3rd down. Riley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Hey, stop. Ready. Blue ready. White. Follow.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Let's go now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Easy, easy, easy. Boys, hunt up. Boys, hunt up.
Rawls will try and run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Riley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result, a 1st down, as the quick slant gets him 14.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch it now, Barney.
To throw on 2nd down. Riley dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Riley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hey, ready? Move away. Follow. Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sonic.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. Blue ready. Push up.
Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Detroit!
Off play action. Riley. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Patriot! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down, Riley. He finds Coleman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there. 54 fight. Over!
Throwing on first down. Riley looking long for Westbrook. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So that'll back him up 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ready. Blue ready. Johnny.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And a loose football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking to throw on second down. Riley, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to look deep down the field, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap, been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. And they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Riley. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, Riley. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Off the play fake. Riley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there. But even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Here we go. I got 8. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Riley. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Gun!
Back to throw. Riley. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And they're really trying to build something. Beginning of the year, they said they thought 8 wins was a number to reach to call this season a success, and this win means they got there.
I like where you went with that, building something. Not every team is going to be equipped to win 10, 12, 14 games in a season. Know your team, know your personnel. Now that they've accomplished that goal, I think they'll set their number a little bit higher in the upcoming years.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.